This tutorial will cover submitting a credit application in your Foundation Finance LaunchPAD dealer portal. From within your portal, there are two options to submit an application. The first, Submit an App, will result in a hard inquiry on the customer's credit. The second option, Pre-qualification, is a soft pull and will not result in a hard pull until the customer has accepted their loan by signing the loan documents. The pre-qualification will still give you an accurate approval with all of the same information as a hard pull, and you will not need to resubmit an application if you are moving forward. So feel free to use the pre-qualification button exclusively. To enter the information, we can either scan the driver's license or enter the application manually. If I choose to scan the driver's license, the portal will ask to allow access to my device's camera. Let's enter the application manually. At the bottom of the page, I need to check the box certifying that I've obtained authorization to run this credit application. Every field with an asterisk needs to be filled in. At the bottom of the page, we're asked if the customer has a separate install and billing address. Let's assume that the customer has one address. As you complete each section, you'll be able to retrieve it later from the View My Apps tab under Unsubmitted Applications. On this screen, there are optional fields for custom information if you need to track your customers by invoice number or some other method. You can skip these fields. Next, you'll enter the total sales price and any down payments. Down payments are not required by Foundation Finance, but if the customer is making a down payment to your dealership, either now or later towards the project, you'll need to disclose it on the credit application and documents. Split financing option applies if the customer is splitting the project with multiple finance companies. If this is not the case, select No. Enter a basic description of the project of the work you are doing and select an icon from the collateral types below. In your portal, you will only see the collateral types that you offer. This screen allows you to choose the customer loan term. There are no prepayment penalties on any of our loans. You can always change the term once the customer is approved. Depending on several factors, longer terms may be available, but for the initial application, we can only choose up to 144 months. I'm also able to select a program at this time if I already have a specific plan in mind for this customer. I'm going to skip this step today. Now let's enter information on where the customer lives and if they have a mortgage payment. We also need to know how long they've lived at their residence, a phone number where we can contact them, and an email address so that they can finish signing documents. Here we enter information about the customer's employment status and details about their income. When listing a customer's income, please make sure that you only list income for the individual applicant, not household income. We now have the option to add additional income sources, such as alimony, disability, investment, pension, etc. We now have the option to add a second customer or co-applicant if there is one. I only have one applicant for this example, so I will skip this step. It's now time to review all the information that we've entered on the credit application. This would be a good time to also have the customer review to make sure that everything is accurate. If everything is correct, I can go ahead and submit this pre-qualification. I also have the option to save this application for later if necessary. Most decisions are made instantly, meaning that by the time the screen refreshes, you should know whether your pre-qualification was approved or not. If your application did not automatically decision, it will show a status of pending. In that case, our underwriters will review it as soon as possible, typically 10 minutes or less. You can either refresh the screen or you can return to your application list. If the application was approved, I would see the terms for my approval at the top of the screen or under View My Apps. If you have further questions on how to submit credit applications, please contact our dealer services department. Thank you.